Hello, followers. So today we are going to talk about assumption of regression. Most of people have theoretical knowledge about regression. However, 75% of this population is unaware of the regression assumption. Let's talk about assumption of regression. There are 5 assumptions that you need to check before doing regression analysis. There are linear relationship, normality, no multicollinearity, no autocorrelation, and finally homoscedasticity. Let's talk one by one simply. First, check your dataset and check the linear relationship between the dependent variable and the independent variable. What is a linear relationship? A linear relationship is just a statistical term used to describe a straight line relationship between two variables. For looking at linear relationship, it's easy to draw a scatter plot between the dependent variable and the independent variable. Look at the scatter plot. Here the data point align more like a straight line. So here we can say there is a linear relationship between variables. I will explain how to create a scatter plot in my next video. If you get a scatter plot similar to this plot, you can say there is a linear relationship between the dependent variable and the independent variable. Look at this one. The data points are not like straight lines. Therefore, this one is non-linear one. Let's move on to normality. You have to determine if the dataset is normally distributed or not. There are 2 ways that can determine whether dataset is normally distributed or not: analytical way and the graphical way. You can use Kolmogorov test and Shapiro test as analytical method, and you can use histogram or QQ plot as graphical method. The histogram and QQ plot are the simplest way to determine whether your data is normally distributed or not. The next one is multicollinearity. Multicollinearity is a statistical concept where several independent variables in a model are correlated. To identify multicollinearity, you have to calculate the variance inflation factor, VIF, and the tolerance. Using these formulas, we can calculate VIF and the tolerance. If the VIF value is greater than 10, it means there is a multicollinearity. If a tolerance value is less than 0.1, it indicates there is multicollinearity between independent variables. The next one is autocorrelation. The easiest way to determine if there is autocorrelation or not is to use the Durbin-Watson test. The hypotheses for the Durbin-Watson test are here. If you want to know how to perform the Durbin-Watson test, go and watch my other videos. The next one is homoscedasticity. What is homoscedasticity? In regression analysis, homoscedasticity means a situation in which the variance of the dependent variable is the same for all the data. What is heteroscedasticity? Heteroscedasticity refers to data for which the variance of the dependent variable is unequal across the range of independent variables. For determine homoscedasticity, you can use Bruch-Pagan test. These are the hypotheses for Bruch-Pagan test.